So
Yeah, exactly. Well, let me finish my thought with just one final numbers that I found out. Right. So we talked about the bottom 30% of the population. Let's talk about the sort of top 50% of the population, who actually most of them lives in the urban area. And then as China grow, a lot of these urban population work very long hours, and then when they go home, they have less time to cook. But because food is such a big culture in China, there is more and more of a need for ready to eat and ready to cook recipes, more so than than say the Western culture, right? The needs for like good food, like we just talked about, putting a lot of food on the table. So that's why I think like there's a vast kind of opportunity. Whoever can win this like ready to eat, ready to cook battle, I think will win the food battle in China, which is big in China.
yeah, so yeah, I think, and CP won the battle, right?
No, we're not even winning. I
You're
think
not even winning.
we're not even
Okay,
winning. I
you
wouldn't say
know,
that. Yeah,
okay, so this is where coming from. CP runs
yeah.
everything. So let talk about the story of the CPs not even winning. That's the part I want to hear, because CP wins is like all the mainstream story that I've
Should
heard
we,
from
should we do the
forever.
disclaimer now?
I mean, I think the views that we're about to express obviously does not, because we don't work in CP food. So for us, we work in investments. So yeah, what are we about to say? Just mostly personal.
Just our
Okay.
personal view. It doesn't represent anything about the company's
Yeah.
view. Yeah.
Well, still, it doesn't represent anything, but I want to hear anyway.
But yeah, I will give my 2 cents first. I think what we're seeing, what CP has done in Thailand, it's our goal in China, but we haven't really gotten to that goal yet. Because I mean, as you can imagine, China, it's a lot more complicated. Because I mean, there's Beijing food, there's Shanghainese food, there's Cantonese food. Of course, like in Thailand, there's Pad Thai, there's like
Yeah.
Little Thailand and Phuc Nhuế, and there are all
Yeah.
kinds of different food. But China is so much bigger, and there are all kinds of different uh, uh, sub system of food, and then we're trying to attack that problem, and it's very complicated.
We're talking about the in context of ready-made meals,
Yeah,
right?
ready-made meals.
Yeah.
So we're not by any means like winning the battle in my view. But I think Thailand's success has given us a lot of confidence that we can do it if
Yeah.
we continue to work hard on that direction.
Mm. I think. Yeah.
And one more thing, it's the logistic. It's also very challenging,
Yeah.
because we have these sort of factories concentrated in certain areas of the country, but then they have to provide products to very far apart, like in the
Yeah.
very far distance. So like cold chain and logistic becoming another challenge, and we're constantly trying to innovate ourselves as a company to try to make it better,
Yeah.
and a lot of the resources investment goes into that.
Yeah. When I worked in Lotus, there we there's a lesson we found out in Lotus is that we try to attack the entire country at once. Not attack the entire country,
Yeah.
but like expand the entire country at once in the early 2000s. And later on, we realized that it's more efficient to actually pick your battles and see. I want to be the king of Guangzhou, or I want to do it in Shanghai, or whatever. And so in CP, people outside of China just still has to grasp that China is just each part of the country is such so large and so diverse that each part of the country is its own kingdom in itself. And basically, so in terms of winning China, it's very difficult for a foreign firm, especially in food, because there's a lot of things you have to consider with logistics. Again, like with being able to ship the thing there and still be like not rot and all that stuff, long expiration date, and all that for the entire country is going to be very hard. So I think we just have to, one of our strategies is basically just to focus on a couple of key areas first.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick your battle. I think that's a good lesson for any business that people want to do. I mean, I can't imagine one has enough resources to go all over the places all at once. But you know, if you're big enough, you sometimes can feel eager. But I think that's a good lesson for everybody.